Bhagavad Gita for the New Age, Art of Action, Episode 8, Liberation. This podcast explores methods for improving personal effectiveness using the wisdom of Bhagavad Gita. We want to become successful and we continuously strive for perfection. Real happiness can be found only by understanding ourselves and the true nature of the universe. We need to identify the greater good and seek win-win for all the stakeholders. Now, let's begin with this episode. Liberation or ultimate success can be achieved if there is role clarity. Action in the context of organizations requires defining responsibilities for everyone. Each person is assigned tasks based on his knowledge, skill, experience, and position. This is the organization structure, and it is usually like a pyramid with layers. This is defined as work type classification or Varn Bhed in our scriptures. Any society or organization has 4 classes of people: the strategists, the managers, the functional experts, and the service providers. The strategists are called Brahmins. They are knowledge leaders or the top management who provide direction. The Kshatriyas are senior management who are responsible for execution, such as commander, CEO, CFO, CTO. The Vaishyas are functional experts. They are leaders responsible for design, planning, procurement, or operations management. The Shudras are the staff, workers, technicians, logistics, or service providers. Every organization has this social pyramid. Each layer, each person is essential and is important. Child of a person practicing a particular type of work tends to follow the same profession. This is because of natural opportunities available for them to learn and get trained. The children automatically pick up the talent of their parents by observation. An actor's son becomes an actor, a doctor's daughter a doctor. But this has never been specified in our scriptures. Every person is encouraged to learn and grow in their choice of career. In ancient days, all children used to go to the Gurukul and choose their profession after graduation. Somewhere during the dark ages, persons with vested interests created the restriction. Work classification became work differentiation. This is not intended, not endorsed, and surely not mandated in our scriptures. In fact, classification helps in defining procedures and facilitating welfare of all working classes. The Gita professes that everyone can achieve ultimate success when they follow their role and perform their duties. To become effective, we should start with the end in mind as per Stephen Covey's 7 habits. So what is expected at the end of any action? It is success. When you need to act, you will have doubts. Only a few things are under your control. Some more are in the circle of your influence, and many more are beyond both, and yet they continue to remain in your area of concern. Do whatever is in your control and seek help for the ones in your area of influence. Leave the rest to destiny. The area of concerns will automatically start reducing. Remember the quote from the Alchemist: "When you want something, the entire universe conspires in helping you to achieve it." What is success? Achieving perfection and thus escaping the repeating cycle of action, reaction, and rework. In terms of cycle of life, it is liberation, which means escape from rebirth. Now, let us see how renunciation is the path towards liberation. Renunciation is controlling temptation and anger. It is avoiding greed and panic. Don't renounce objects, but be aware of the lure and craving for them. Don't renounce actions, but perform them as selfless duty, unattached action. Do not avoid action due to fear of failure. Natural actions or indicated actions should never be discarded, even if they seem to be uncertain or tainted. Action is like fire shrouded with smoke. The brightness and the energy are hidden inside. Actions based on duty, charity, and penance should never be abandoned. They must certainly be performed, but without attachment. Complete your task even if the risk and reward equation changes. However, This does not mean being indifferent or careless. People who follow their duty are driven by relentless energy towards achieving perfection. The PDCA is the key concept in TQM for continual improvement and achieving perfection. How to escape the loop of think, act, repeat. The way is renunciation. Renunciation of temper and anger. Action without attachment. This ultimately leads to supreme success. In terms of cycle of life, this means achieving coherence with the cosmic energy. Perform indicated action without attachment and you will attain perfection. This is Gita chapter 18 verse 45. And now coming to the most famous words in Gita, chapter 2 verse 47. Karmanye vadhikaraste ma faleshu kadachana ma karma fala heturbhu ma te sanghotsava akarmani. You have the right to your action, but never to its fruits. The fruit can be the target, but let it not be your motive. Perform the action because it is the indicated action, it is your duty. You are in control of what you do and how you do it. What you will achieve and whether you will benefit and get the fruits depends on various factors explained in the previous episode, The Anatomy of Action. So do not get unduly swayed by the reward, nor should you be tempted into inaction when you see possible failure. Follow the process and the results will follow. If not now, in the next refinement. The Lord further says, seek refuge in me and perform all actions, and through my blessings you will attain the eternal and indestructible abode, the supreme happiness, the ultimate success. This completes my interpretation of all 18 chapters of Bhagavad Gita. These in essence are the life lessons of how we shape our destiny and how do we exercise free will to shape our future. Life is a series of opportunities presented to us and the choices that we make. The selfless action, looking at the greater good and always seeking win-win is the way ahead. In the next episodes, I will be discussing modern day techniques of improving personal effectiveness. And in the last episode, I will be summarizing and recapping everything. Happy listening, and let's learn together to lead a meaningful and contented life.